Yo, what is up, guys? Drunk Potato 47 here, back at it again with an NBA 2K18 draft scenario rebuild. Last 2K rebuild, we did rebuilding the Oklahoma City Thunder of letting Russell Westbrook and Paul George go. And today we're going to be doing the Orlando Magic drafting Trae Young, which I think will happen because the Magic, A, they need a point guard, currently DJ Augustine, and B, they don't really have anyone who can change the game. And at least for the first half of the year for Oklahoma, Trae Young was certainly a game changer. So I think they will do this. I'm not saying they should, but I'm saying they will do it. So, yeah, let's get right into it. I don't really want to have to deal with the contract of Evan Fournier, so I'm going to be trading him as well as 3 second-round picks to the Los Angeles Clippers for pick 12 and pick 13. One of them is their own, and the other one is from the Pistons, from a Blake Griffin deal. I don't really like to talk about that as a Pistons fan. I am going to be trading Jonathan Simmons and a 2020 second-round pick to the Phoenix Suns for pick 16 and pick 31, the first pick in the second round. So we currently have 6 picks at the moment, and I wouldn't mind more. We have traded DJ Augustine and our 2021 first-round pick to the 76ers for the number 10 overall pick. I don't know if their GM, which is currently nobody at the moment, but their imaginary non-GM is on weed, or I guess maybe J.R. Smith gave him something, I don't know. But, yeah, let's see who we picked. So the Phoenix Suns took Trae Young at 2, so we took Marvin Bagley. We're going to trade him for Trae Young. The reason why I haven't already is because even though trade override's on, it's not working. I don't know why. So I figured I'd just get by rookie signings. And the rest of the draft, we drafted not much size outside of Mo Bamba. We got Mikal Bridges, Mo Bamba, Michael Porter, Zaire Smith, Kyrie Thomas, and Trayvon Duval. So pretty good draft. Not insane, but still good. So we are able to sign Klay Thompson. I'm going to trade him. This is exactly what I did in the last rebuild. I signed him and I traded him because I don't really want Klay Thompson. Sorry, Klay. But that's just how life goes. Okay, we have made a major trade. Klay Thompson, Nikola Vucevic, Michael Porter, Mario Hezonja, and 2 future first-round picks to the Spurs for Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard is now on the squad. We did not have to give up our draft pick this year or next year, which is huge because those do hold a lot of value. I am a trading master. We have traded 2 first-round picks, the good first-round picks that I just mentioned. Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, most of our assets, Zaire Smith, and someone else. It was Mo Bamba. To the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns. So now we got Cat, Kawhi Leonard, and Trae Young, and we still have Mikal Bridges, too. It looks like that power forward problem is going to be solved as we're going to be signing Marc Gasol. Him or Towns will move to power forward. Here's a look at the team headed into the player progression screen for season number 1. Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Marc Gasol, Trae Young, Mikal Bridges. We signed a few other players. We wanted to get Derrick Rose a ring. We have a really, really good squad here. We might win the championship this upcoming season. All we really need is a backup center, and then we are set. A very good and easy backup center to trade for is Dwayne Dedmon, as we're trading David Nwaba and Shelvin Mack to get him. So let's look at our rotation. Hire me, Magic. Hire me. The Magic are in no man's land, and look what I have done to this team. I have transformed this team into a juggernaut. So Trae Young's going to be getting the most minutes. I also made him the number 1 scoring option since this is his rebuild. So our rotation is Trae Young, Mikal Bridges, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, and Marc Gasol. Off the bench, Dwayne Dedmon, Tony Allen, Derrick Rose, and Terrence Jones. We put Kyrie Thomas and Trayvon Duval in the G League just in case we need them next year, which we probably will. At the end of season number 1, Steph Curry wins MVP. Trae Young wins Rookie of the Year, 23.5 points, 8.6 assists. Really good year by Trae Young. He says he has 0.0 blocks and offensive rebounds. Did he get a single one? 4 blocks. Did he get any offensive boards? Is it going to say? I don't think so. John Collins, 6th man. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year. 21.7 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 5.7 assists. Maxi Kleber, Most Improved. Mike D'Antoni, Coach of the Year. All-NBA teams, Kawhi Leonard, all-second team, Trae Young, and Karl Anthony Towns, All-NBA third team. Mikal Bridges, all defensive first team, as well as Kawhi Leonard. So we're getting everyone here. Trae Young, all rookie first team. Bridges, all rookie second team. We were the 1 seed, taking on the 8 seeded Cleveland Cavaliers without LeBron James, because for whatever reason he always signs with the Nuggets. I don't really get it. They did add Luka Doncic though, so there you go. As we sweep them. Now we got the Detroit Pistons, and they added Marcus Morris, Brook Lopez, Tyson Chandler, Aaron Baines. So we brought back Baines and Marcus Morris. That's kind of funny, since they were on the roster. I'm a Pistons fan, if you cannot tell. And we sweep them. Now the 2-seeded Bucks. We are in a tight race with them for the 1 seed. So they're probably pretty good. They added Cody Zeller. Looks like they lost. They have both of the Zeller brothers. It looks like they lost Chris Middleton. So they don't. I was about to say they don't look that much better, but since they have the GOATs by Mikhailuk, they do. And oh dear, we barely won. Now the 2-seeded Warriors with MVP Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green. They added Pau Gasol to replace Clay, even though that's not really replacing Clay because he's a center and Clay is a shooting guard. I think we can beat them. And we don't. Okay, that's marvelous. That is very marvelous. Marc Gasol is sort of getting a little older, so I wanted to go with a younger alternative. So we're sending him, Dwayne Dedmon, and Wesley Iwundu to my Detroit Pistons for Andre Drummond. Here's a look at our rotation for season number 2. Trae Young at point guard, Mikal Bridges at shooting guard. Same pose, fix your game, 2K. Kawhi Leonard at small forward, Cat at power forward, Drummond at center. Off the bench, Kyrie Thomas, he'll get happier. Same with Trayvon Duval, he'll get happier. Mason Plumlee and Terrence Jones. Oh, I didn't even know we had Wayne Selden on our team. We got the GOAT. Go Jayhawks. At the end of the season, Curry wins his 4th MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to RJ Barrett on the Miami Heat with the 7th pick. That is a steal. Bobby Portis, 6th man. Rudy Gobert, DPOY. Daniel Tice, most improved. And our coach, Bill Booth, Coach of the Year. Any All-NBA teams? LeBron on the Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard, all second team. Looks like Trae Young probably wasn't as good. We did have a better record. Looking at the stats, Kawhi, 22.3. Trae Young still averaged about 21 and 9, so he still played well. Karl Anthony Towns, 19 and 11. Mikal Bridges, 13, about 4 and 4. Drummond 12.5 and about 11. So we played pretty well. In the first round, we have the Chicago Bulls. So they have Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe. So I guess Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe were traded to the Bulls. Lowry Markkanen, Bobby Portis, Chris Dunn. So I guess they must have. Ooh, Doka. I guess they must have traded like some really good young player. I'm not entirely sure what they traded. Oh well, we should beat them, and we do. Okay, good. Celtics in the second round. This team is probably going to be stacked. Kyrie, Hayward, Tatum, Horford, Smart, Brown. Wow, Marcus Smart is actually the same rating as Jaylen Brown. Terry Rozier, Jordan Bell, Robert Williams, Bruno Fernando. I guess this was with the Kings pick? Or no, they actually traded the Kings pick to get Robert Williams. Quentin Grimes, go Jayhawks. Josh Okogie from Georgia Tech. E.J. Montgomery from Kentucky. Gershon Yabusele. We should win. And we do. Okay, phew, that was close. Alrighty, the Bucks again in the conference finals. Giannis Parker. They added Avery Bradley, Eric Gordon, Andre Roberson, it looks like. So they're a little better. And wow, look at that in the West. 4-seeded Timberwolves and 6-seeded Thunder. And it's going to be the 4-seeded Timberwolves without Karl Anthony Towns. Remember, we got Towns. Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Aaron Gordon, who we gave them. Mo Bamba, who we gave them. Jonathan Isaac, who we gave them. We also gave them Zaire Smith, and I feel like we gave them someone else, but I guess we didn't. They also have Pat Beverly, Nazrion Reed. This must have been with... No, it wasn't with our pick. I don't remember. Elie Okobo, Tyus Jones. They're pretty good, but we're better. We should win. And we lose again! And Aaron Gordon wins Finals MVP! Is that not karma or what? So we got to do a whole nother season. I decided to bring Dwight Howard back to Orlando so we can win a ring in Orlando. But for whatever reason, he is on a gigantic contract of like 90 mil for 3 years. And that's similar to the contract he's on now, but we're in the future. We're like 3 years ahead, so that makes no sense. I don't know who paid him. Was it Golden State who paid him? No, it looks like it was Charlotte? I'm confused. How many years does he have left on his deal? 3. See, who paid him that? Who paid him that contract? I'm trading my other first-round picks, some bench scrubs, and some seconds to the Toronto Raptors for Serge Ibaka. Good stretch for excellent defender. Envelope post. Him and Dwight Howard are going to complement each other well off the bench. Here's a look at the rotation for the third and final season. If we don't win a championship, then Ronnie 2K really does what J.R. Smith was on during Game 1. Trae Young, Mikal Bridges, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, and Andre Drummond. So the starting lineup is the same. The bench is a little different, though, as it's Serge Ibaka, Kyrie Thomas, Dwight Howard, Trayvon Duval, and those are the only guys getting minutes. At the end of the third and final season of a rebuild, our very own Kawhi Leonard wins MVP. And look at those assist numbers. My word. 5.7, 6, and 6. He has been a passing machine. James Wiseman, Rookie of the Year on Charlotte. Wendell Carter, 6th Man of the Year on the Kings. Joel Embiid, Defensive Player of the Year. I really thought it was going to be Kawhi since he won MVP. Most Improved goes to Eli Okobo. And Bill Booth wins Coach of the Year. All-NBA First Team, Kawhi. There's Lonzo. All-NBA Second Team, there's Marc Gasol, who was on our team for 1 year. All-NBA Third Team, we see Trae Young, 23.7 points. He does not like to rebound, apparently. 9 assists. He has been very good for us in this rebuild. All-Defensive First Team, Kawhi Leonard. And I don't think we had anyone else on an All-NBA team. We were the 1 seed once again, 66 and 16. We saw Trae Young and Kawhi Leonard stats. Towns 16 and about 10. Bridges 15 points. Drummond 12 and 11. In the first round, we're going to be taking on the Washington Wizards. They have added Daniel Gafford, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Alec Burks, George Hill, Moses Brown. So they're a solid team. They're better than they are in real life, but we should still beat them. We lose game 1, but we win the rest. Now we got the Bulls. We've played them at least once, I believe. And it doesn't look if it really added anyone. Kellen Grady, I don't know who this guy is. He was the 5th pick in 2019. He was picked ahead of RJ Barrett. So he has to be somewhat decent. And we sweep them. We're going to be playing Boston. We play Boston at least once in the playoffs, I know. And they added Enes Kanter to replace Al Horford. And that's really the only change they made. Quentin Grimes has not played an NBA minute. Oh dear. And we... Darn it. So this team did not win an NBA Finals. I am disgusted. You know what? I'm going to simulate one more year. And if we don't win the Finals, then 2K's done. The team is pretty much exactly the same. The only thing I did different was that Sogaba Konate from West Virginia, really good shot blocker, he's going to be in the rotation because I actually signed him during the season last year and I put him in the G League just in case for whatever reason. And here we go. We actually could use him now. So I'm smart, I guess. At the end of the season, we go 71-11. Kawhi Leonard won MVP and DPOY. We're just going to send him straight through the playoffs. If we don't win the championship, then this game is broken. We barely beat the Nets. We win in 6. Sweep the Celtics. Win in 6 against the Bucks. And we sleep the San Antonio Spurs. Kawhi Leonard wins MVP of the NBA Finals. So here's a final look at the roster. One of my better rebuilded teams. Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Trae Young, Andre Drummond, Mikal Bridges, Kyrie Thomas, Sogaba Konate, Serge Ibaka, Trayvon Duval, Dwight Howard, Derrick Rose, Wayne Ellington, Glenn Robinson, and Terrence Ross. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to slap that like button and subscribe. Michael Porter Jr. Chicago Bulls rebuild will be out shortly, like in a day or two. And I'm out. Peace.
Hey, man!